Bloodwolf Arts Studio. Unleash the artist within.
Welcome to Bloodwolf Arts Studio, and I'm your host, Mr. Moonlight. So today I'm talking about the next poem in my series in my first volume of poetry, my collection of poetry, The Seasons of Life, a poem titled Jesus Said. This one was written on May 22nd, 2011, same day as the last one. So this poem goes a lot into one of my biggest core beliefs at the time. I mean, um, in my upbringing, there's a lot of focus on putting Jesus first in everything. Pretty classic of um, anything that's Christian related. But this poem actually isn't too complicated, really. I mean, it's a pretty simple idea. It just talks a lot about Jesus um, focusing on the greatest commandments that he gave, as from my understanding, is simply to love each other um, and to love God with all you are, and then love other people like you love yourself. And there's really not a lot to this poem itself, but you know that was one of the biggest things at the time that I anchored to. Jesus was definitely one of the biggest anchors I had growing up. Um, Core part of the LDCC doctrine and everything is that Jesus is the creator of this world, and I guess that's fundamentalist LDS doctrine and theology, that Jesus essentially went through his own earth life experience prior um, to this experience of being alive on this earth, and essentially like moved up the ranks and graduated and earned his worthiness to essentially be God, and then graduating like was essentially like being able to be God of this earth, and essentially like to this earth, and he is God. And so definitely held as like the highest people that anyone on earth can turn to, regardless of where you come from, is Jesus. And so that's the kind of light I definitely held him in growing up. And when I was writing this, and I looked up to him a lot, and um, his teachings were some of the most profound and the most impactful on my entire life up to that point, for sure. And next to my grandpa Ray, then Jesus was definitely someone I looked up to a lot. And there's a lot in this poem that just talks about how easy it is to follow Jesus's commands, and essentially it's like it's really easy to do, but so few people do. And if people were just doing what they're supposed to be doing, then it would be really easy for everyone to get eternal life, and the world would just essentially just be a better place if people just listened to the greatest commands Jesus taught. Love your Lord your God with all your might, mind, and soul, and then love your neighbor as yourself. So I mean, uh, definitely a big cornerstone of my childhood and my life growing up, and it just came out of this poem. Jesus said. So thank you for listening, and remember to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can like my Facebook, and also follow me on my TikTok, where I'm going to be doing a reading of this poem. And you can purchase my books on Amazon. I'll have the links below in the description. So thank you for listening and stopping by, and welcome to my side of the moon.